Hey everyone, I'm Rather Than Coherent, finally back with some more XCOM 2. Unfortunately, last time we didn't end off on the tactical layer. The strategy layer had been going for quite a while. We got a new month, but I had to call it there. So let's go deal with our new Covert ops. Looking at this, you can see a big pile of things going on, the most important of them being that we're currently recruiting a skirmisher, but because we don't have a skirmisher yet, we got another recruit skirmisher mission that we immediately need to send somebody on. If we wait even 3 days, then this will stop being available, I think. I could be wrong about that, but it's not a chance I'm willing to take. Now, in terms of my sergeants available, I think I'm sending Den Mother. There's not really a great person. Everyone who's a sergeant's an A-team member right now, if they're ready. And I'll send Screaming Raven alongside them. They'll need a class, though. Looking at our class balance, you can see we have 4 of just about everything, except for Tech Specialist, so congratulations on your new role, Tech Specialist. Their helmet does appear to be a little bit locked into gunmetal, unfortunately. I can live with that, though. That's fine. Oh, right, yes, the Chrysalis heads. I forgot about this. And it looks like we're going to need to make some new utility armors, because we're all out of Covert disguises. 13 just isn't enough. 8 more should cover all that I'm about to send out. Alright, so that's our first team kitted out. A hero's welcome, getting another skirmisher, Den Mother and Screaming Raven. Good luck, you two. We also have a reduced avatar project that requires a sergeant. And wouldn't you know it, our aim stacking Marine is a sergeant, and they're on deck. Good luck, Marionette Owl. And we'll be sending Sonic Serenade out with them, which I believe means that we need to give them a class, and everyone's finally up to 4. I will just be starting to go through and get a 5th class for every group, starting with the classes that are more powerful sooner, such as Assault Infantry. And we do have to allocate 25 supplies here to get rid of the capture chance. We still have an ambush chance. Hopefully we won't have to play through that, but oh well. Now, this ability point mission is the only one left that I want to do that we're actually able to do. However, looking at our troop counts, we kind of can't do this, to be honest, because we currently have just enough soldiers, and I do mean just enough. We're at 9 for one mission. So even though I want to do this now, I'm going to have to hold off to do this massive list of Covert ops we currently have going. In addition to ability points, though, there are several other missions that I want to do. It's just the soldiers that would do that mission aren't currently available. Recon Offsite Facility for Mobility +1 is something I would want to put on Manic Tragedy. Recover Experimental Item down here with Dodge +7 would go great on one of the combat engineers that I'm stacking Dodge on. And Exhaustive Training is always great to do at the end of the month on somebody who's right at the start of a higher rank, which I'm supposed to do at the end of previous month, but I just sort of forgot about that mission. Whoops. However, going through the rest of this, there's not really anything that matters too much to me beyond the stuff I've already done and the stuff that's waiting for a specific soldier. Ability points are obviously nice, but we're just too short on soldiers to do that at the minute. We're gonna have to ignore it, unfortunately. And we're pretty low on supplies. I might go straight into the black market. I think I'm gonna go to the black market and then pick up the supply drop afterwards, unless I just have an ungodly amount of money after the black market, which I doubt will be the case. It'd be neat if it was, though.
Market is open.
Oh yeah, I've just remembered. That 9 soldiers really is 8, because my spark is incredibly damaged. Right. Anyway, they're interested in our Frost Grenade, Advent Trooper Corpses, and basic reflex sights. Those Trooper Corpses are very manageable, but I actually don't have many at the minute because I've been selling them so aggressively, unfortunately. Honestly, I don't think I will ever intentionally bring this Frost Grenade somewhere. It's just not very valuable to me at the minute. Let me go see what it costs to make a new one. 60 supplies, so I guess I'll be keeping it just in case the higher level grenades do freeze and require the lower level ones to build them.
It's been slow.
I feel like I don't necessarily need basic reflex sights, but they are a good add-on type, so I will be keeping them, even though I do desperately want the money. And with that done, it looks like we'll be heading to the supply drop after getting only about 30 bucks. So let's handle our supply drop and see if we get any news about our next mission.
We have a positive confirmation on an
Well, that's not the next mission I wanted. I'll see you when I'm done with it. Another boring ambush down. We have a new Corporal Skirmisher. He's better than the old one, and he needs to get with the program because that isn't correct at all. Everyone say hello to Crestfall and Kraken, our new skirmisher. Hopefully he fares better than the last one. Coming over to Corporal rank, we can start talking about the changes that I've made. Generally speaking, their new tree is a much more action economy focused set of trees. You have the top tree. Damn it, Geist, we're not even talking about Templars right now. Geist is finally done. So, this top tree is really just the raw action economy and grappling and utility abilities. This middle tree is still the familiar melee tree. And Guerrilla is more explicitly about mobility and being on high ground than anything else. For now though, we're just dealing with Corporal. Our options are explosive action, which gives you an action now at the cost of an action next turn. There are two ways you can look at that. One is, that's not a big deal at all, that's like nice because actions now are worth more than actions later, but it's not a big deal. And the other way to look at that is, that's overdrive. And it's not quite overdrive, it's not as good as what Sparks get, because your turn ending actions will still end your turn normally, but shooting a gun is one of the things you frequently do while overdriving, and explosive action with Marauder is basically overdrive if all you're going to do is move and shoot. Combat conditioning is always nice, especially if you have not created equally on, and you have soldiers randomly generating with low aim or low mobility, but we don't particularly need it. And we have Sprint, which in an ideal world would be better than explosive action, but it is objectively less flexible, and that flexibility I value quite highly, so I'll be going with explosive action for our first pick. Getting back to the overworld, we need to finish picking up these supplies. Now that we have them, we need to figure out what we're doing with our time. Our scanning sites are supplies, intel, rookies. Easy intel. We need way more of that to start contacting more locations. Spark Heist finishing in 14 hours, that's very nice. I hope it's the last one. Oh.
Firebrand is en route to their position now.
Alright, the first one was so much fun, I'll go play another one then. Alright, the Spark Heist is finished. We have Spark 037, let's go see what they're really named.
Commander,
Hey, we have Decoy Express back. They never actually went on any missions in our previous campaign, so I've left them in the pool. Now, in terms of programming them, I'm a little bit torn between Infiltrator and Pioneer. I really would like a second Pioneer sooner rather than later. And I do think I'm actually going to take another Pioneer. If only because it makes more sense for Decoy Express personally to be named Decoy Express if they're a Pioneer. Oh hey, this one came in at Corporal. Very nice. I was not aware that was even an option we had. We'll start with blast padding then. Yeah, that'll make him a lot more viable in the first mission he goes on. Very nice. And I'm feeling better about our first mission, but I'm also wondering, when are we getting our first mission again? How many days into the supply drop are we without seeing anything? Only 3, it's just the ambush making it feel like it's forever. Back to intel. Hey, the workshop's done. The strategy layer that never ends. We can immediately upgrade the workshop with an additional bench, and we're going to. And we're going to put both our engineers immediately in to get gremlins. We'll put 2 of them digging here. And I think we'll just put the next 2 digging on the right, yeah? No reason not to. I don't really need anything out of my proving ground right now, so yeah, I'll staff everyone on digging. Alright. We're going to be excavating a lot faster than we were earlier, that's always nice. As you can see, we're completely maxed on power. Good thing we have a temporary power relay about to finish. And I don't think there's anything else to do, so let's get back to scanning for intel. Oh my god, finally, a real mission and not an assault. Or, not an ambush, rather. Not an assault on us. This is for 24 intel into the delay Undying Loyalty, that's always good. Mach X is terrifying, but I love the loot pinata aspect of them, so I'll call it a wash. Let's go set up this team. Fiber Giant still in the process of being repaired, so I'll be taking out the new Spark. I'll also be taking out my new Skirmisher. Alright, we have Operation Bandit Devil, rescue an item from an abandoned train, difficult mission, Mach X. Not too bad, but not easy by any stretch of the imagination. For our unusual units, we have our Templar, our new Pioneer, and our new Skirmisher, and for our biological units, we have Marine, a Marksman, Assault, Tech Specialist, and Combat Engineer. Pretty much everyone's just carrying a pile of grenades. Anyone who has utility perks is too low of a level to actually have them in their class at the moment. For instance, our Combat Engineer's not running smokes because they're only a squadding. And with no medic, I've decided to give medkits over to my Tech Spec and my Marine, or my Marksman rather, just to give them the best chance possible of nobody dying, but it's always a little bit out of your hands. Anyway, without further ado, we can finally get into our tactical mission for today. Let's do it. Alright, slight change of plans. A power flash and that bug where a mission randomly doesn't drop autosaves means we're going to be restarting the mission, only we don't actually have an autosave before the mission either. My last autosave was right when the workshop finished, so I played it back the same way I played it previously. Now we have Operation Brash Charm instead, Advent Vehicle instead of Advent Train, difficult still, no Mach X this time around, roughly the same mission, but not quite. Anyway, second verse, same as the first, let's give it another shot. Alright, looking at the map, we're in a fairly narrow-looking map. Not that far from one side to the other, we're spawning in the corner, and our objective's just like right in front of us. Which means that it's probably going to be pretty crowded. There's not exactly a lot of play area between us and the goal. I'm hard-pressed to come up with a reason not to try to go for this roof. Seems incredibly obviously like the best thing I can do. For my first move, I think I'll just be moving my combat engineer vaguely diagonally out, see if they get eyes on anyone. I heard the gun turret sound effect super clearly there, but it might have been my own spark. I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Heading to that location.
Let's just keep moving forward on Mercury Hawk, see if they get eyes on anyone. They do. We have... That was a second spark, or second mech. That was a normal mech, a frost mech, a sectoid, and other stuff. That is a scary pod that I don't want to deal with. I want to get on this rooftop and pretend that isn't happening. Let's sprint Magpie in the right direction, because it's going to be where they live for the entire mission. Nothing seen around this corner. I think everyone else is just going to be flat sprinting in this direction. There's no reason to be holding back at all. This door is a little bit of a reason, and no one can quite get to that door to block it with their body, which is unfortunate.
Double time.
But at the same time, that's such a minor consideration compared to just needing all the movement we can possibly get. The odds there's a pod right there that's sprinting through the door are almost zero, and it looks like Crestfallen Kraken, in fact, did have an ability, we're okay. So now the door's body blocked, and we're actually genuinely 100% safe instead of like 99.5. Alright, so we have a Frost Trooper as well in this pod, not quite sure who the remaining filler units are. Minuscule Magpie can only get to the back area and then brace this turn, so they'll be going last. Arson Paragon on a sprint all the way down to the other side, not quite far enough to be revealed over the edge, but enough to see everything I possibly can. And let's see if this gives us new information or not. Nothing. Let's just open this door. This door does not want to be opened. Oh, that's fine, I guess. We're gonna run everyone up onto the roof.
Let's do this.
Although, thinking on it, this isn't actually a safe place to stay. Because if we stay up here with two sparks, or two mechs rather, we're kind of in a shitload of danger. Yeah, maybe not a good long-term plan. Alright, we've got a turret as well that I haven't seen before. Gonna move all the way to this full cover, I see very little reason not to. No new eyes. Templar can stay down here on ground level as well, they don't need to be going up top at all. Realistically, my Assault's in the same boat, and I messed up with their movements. I can get in this corner cover, my Spark won't be seen from there, they'll be relatively close to their objective. Lost Center really needs to be up top. And Magpie's gonna move up top and brace, and then never move for the rest of the mission. Right? No reason we'd ever have to move, is there? Right, they're walking towards us, but even in a straight line, they shouldn't get close enough to flank anything. Really, they're just sort of milling about. Oh, that's no good. That means I can't launch my rocket if they're in vision. Are they in vision?
Control on the move.
Oh, that's no good. Don't you do anything crazy. Alright, we almost lost our ambush there. So we don't have eyes on this pod at the minute. We'll definitely have eyes next turn if I fire this rocket like I'm planning to. I'm just, like, really hard-pressed to imagine this is not the correct thing to do. This rocket is so good. We do have a decent pile of shields in there. I just realized I don't even know if Frost mechs are vulnerable to fire. It says they're vulnerable to fire, so I'm guessing they are. And this does appear to just be your normal mech, except Frost-themed, including the missile launcher, which is terrifying. Quick realization before I take the opening shot with that rocket, I really should be leading the target against whoever I deem to be the highest threat. And while that isn't the Purifier could explode and deal a huge amount of damage, and they do have a grenade. There's a 50% chance that it's just easily correct to be starting with that Purifier on lead the shot, or lead the target rather. And it's going to be the best shot my sniper has this round for sure. So now we just take that centered 1.32 rocket, and see if we can't get an explosion out of that Purifier. Come on, Magpie, I believe in you. That's a guaranteed kill, it's just a coin flip for the explosion. Very nice. It looks like it only got the mech, but that's still like the priority target that we want to hit the most. Turret pulled, no surprise there. Is this other pod pulled? No. Good. Now, what do we have for Ren targets to clean up? We have a guaranteed kill there with our shotgun, actually. The sectoid seems like the thing to do. What's our route to get here? Do I actually know that stepping here doesn't pull? It seems like it shouldn't, right? What new line of sight does this get? Ah, damn it. I'm convincing myself that this is gonna pull somehow, even though I know it shouldn't. I think this shouldn't pull. Like, we're moving to here. And what new lines of sight does that get? The only way this pulls is if we're, like, at the edge of line of sight, but we can clearly see over to here. I just don't see how this pulls. I'm just terrified that it does. Because if that happens, then I feel like I'm sort of killing my combat engineer outright. We're animating wrong, so we're about to clock him with our bare hands. There you go. Good job, General Blade. Maybe that's where the name comes from. Oh, are you kidding me? That actually did pull? I was convinced that I'm sick and just, like, talking myself in circles. That pulled somehow. Terrifying. Alright, so I think that means the rest of the team is dealing with this, and the Spark has to overdrive over here to just run over and be a distraction then. That's insane. How? Alright, first let's see what shots we have over here on my assault, or my skirmisher rather. They're solid, they're not the best. We're definitely going to be using explosive action this turn though. And since we have the guaranteed shotgun kill on that Spark, I'm going to be going for these two troopers in the front. Good start, Crestfall and Kraken, good start. See if you can't keep it up. I would really like to clear up all these grenade-bearing troopers in the front, thank you. And I guess if I can do it here, I may as well. Couldn't manage it, but it was worth a shot. I need to split up. I don't want any 2 units stacked up top, encouraging them to throw grenades. All we have left to worry about is the turrets and the Frost Mech. Dragon God's gonna run down here just to split up a little bit. And then we'll take the guaranteed kill with a shotgun. Our Templar needs to be pulling back towards the rest of us with that momentum move, so just here. Decoy Express is going to be using overdrive and running towards the enemies. What a weird use of overdrive. Actually, I can run here instead. That's just better. Now he's actually in cover relative to most of this. There's another turret further back, apparently. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I think we actually don't want to move anyone along this wall. I want to let the enemies think that this is somehow a safe position. If I fall down here, it sort of encourages this to Frost Rocket us. Which I guess I don't actually want, and that encouragement's already here in equal parts. I'm gonna drop down into this, like, ridiculous cover position that just makes you feel safer than you are by a huge amount. And I'm gonna use Combat Protocol in the Frost Mech. Don't really see any other thing I can do that's half as good. Well, moving somewhere that I can actually see the Frost Mech would have been a great start in terms of things that are half as good. I guess I'll Overwatch instead. And in that note, Law Center literally cannot get vision of the enemy this turn. I guess I'll be moving up to get in vision of this next line of fight, or this next fight rather, this next line of sight for next rounds. And of course we have a Chosen join the party. Let's see what the assassin is. It's been like over a week since I played and I really don't remember. Right, yeah, remember they were a problem. Watchful, low profile is a little bit scary, but at least we have a skirmisher to capitalize on their weakness now. Hopefully we can wrap up these pods before we have to deal with too much more.
Assassin's energy signature. She's moving on the squad's position, Commander.
Good Overwatch, you tried, you tried. Now, where are you shooting or what are you grenading? Alright, that was a really high chance, but I mean, those people are pretty damn resistant to this. Wait, what are you resurrecting? Maybe Death's Embrace isn't a resurrect. Yeah, it must be a buff of some sort. Once I actually get in... No, it's a resurrect. It just has the extra step of let's kill him first. Alright, that's my kind of unit. Thanks, buddy. I am scared of Warlocks. They're a very tough unit, but right now they're looking a little bit goofy. God damn, Pioneer. Thank you for being here. Alright, so there were 2 Warlocks in that group then? Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Right, at least you're not mind controlled. That's a good start. The disorient does suck, though. Not gonna pretend it doesn't. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Decoy Express. Just a whole lot of magic happening in this pod. Not a lot of it doing anything, but it is there and it is happening. And unfortunately, despite my best efforts, it looks like no one really got in positions like here along this wall like I was hoping they would. Scary, but ultimately unimportant.
The pain would be empowering.
Who's this at? Oh, the Templar. Okay, so that wasn't too bad.
I can give it a
Now, I'm pretty sure that being disoriented, you basically can't do anything. Yeah. So this Warlock has Soulfire for guaranteed damage, Insanity to try to mind control or panic us, a Vortex Grenade that causes damage to us and the environment, and they also have whatever that nonsense was where they killed their teammate and summoned them back as a zombie, as well as a normal reanimate. So here we want to wipe out this unit. I think what we're doing is moving back on the Pioneer to here, flamethrowing it to break its shield, falling back to the full cover here, and working on clearing out the zombie the hard way. We just need to stabilize for a turn, which like isn't what I want to say. It's not the plan I like hearing about, but it's fine. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Shoot me?
Detected. Advent is nearby.
Wait, was that pod not pulled? I thought it was weird there were 2 Warlocks active. It's because there weren't. Okay, terrified. Absolutely terrified. Well, we're still incinerating here. Oh, I thought we had the zombie highlighted. I was way too quick on that. Probably should have gotten damage there. Oh well.
What's over there?
In case it's not obvious, I'm still getting over my cold. My play feels a little bit lackadaisical. I feel like it's showing. Since it's not a guaranteed kill on the Stun Lancer, I'll take the lower percent shot on the Frost Mech. Very nice. And in fact, that wouldn't have killed the Stun Lancer. I feel justified in my decision making. Just going to reload the shotgun and take the shot at the side zombie. Nothing else to do on Dragon God. The Templar can finish them off. I just don't really have a good reason to. And apparently this turret didn't have line of sight of my Pioneer, unfortunately. We got flank shots on this Stun Lancer and that Assault. Pretty hard to argue with that. The Stun Lancer is just a very high priority target.
They fall just as they serve.
Oh, that was our explosive action turn. We have nothing else. That's fine, though. Down here on Arson Paragon, I'm a little bit afraid of stacking too hard in any one area. But by moving back like this, I unlock Rend here. Which, you know, I guess I can Rend the turret. It's not that good. I can Rend the turret, though, and then fall back here, which is actually a good, safe place to be. So even though it's not the best thing ever, it is pretty solid. So I'll take it. Pulling the Overwatch on this turret sucks, but it's a pretty inaccurate shot, and it's never killing. 1 in 5 is more accurate than I wanted, though, I will admit it. Oh, you don't actually have eyes on this zombie from here. Well, the zombie kind of non-negotiably has to die. I've got the flank on the assault room here, so I really want to take that position. Gentle Blade is available, Minuscule is available. Minuscule has the kill here. There are other things they can do that are probably better, though. It's at 3 health, and my tech specialist just isn't a great unit. I'm going to take the grenade on my Psy Zombie instead, or on their Psy Zombie instead. We're going to move forward on Lost Center and take this shot against the assault that's just in the open for us. Actually, I don't think I'm flanking that assault. I think I'm flanking... No, I am. Oh, he's standing a tile back from where he should be. You poor idiot. Good job. Glad we didn't low roll that or miss outright. That would also have been bad. Oh, we're on fire if we take the stab. Anyway, thanks to the grenade. Rough. I still think I'm just moving up here. I may as well take the corner cover. Wait, why is it flanked? In what world is this possibly flanked? By the turrets? Maybe I'm just vaulting the turret then. I'm not happy about it, but it's something to do. Yeah, I'll swing around on the left side and vault the turret. It's something to do. Which is not a great thing to be saying about your only option. Oh, armor does affect that, despite the way it was highlighting. Spooky. So we're never killing this on the next shot. What can we do instead? We can take a shot at this Warlock in the back. Take a shot at this Warlock in the front. I guess Warlock in the front's the most sensible target. Even though it's unlikely to kill. It was unlikely to miss too, but that didn't stop that outcome. Alright, let's see what they've got. Just continuing to raise dead. They're regular sectoid fanboys, aren't they? That was move, resurrect, move, so either that's a free action or it gives them an action back. Either way, I'm spooked as hell.
Armor integrity.
Not too worried about face-off. It's just never that big of a deal.
They're targeting me! Your forces grow weaker with every breath.
Thank God for Pioneers, just making this infinitely more manageable.
They won't last long at this rate.
Thankfully, we've already gotten the mechs down immediately, so we don't have to worry about armor shred outside of, like, really suboptimal grenades.
Hostile units engaging.
But suboptimal grenades are still a possibility, and they're still terrifying.
Diagnostics assessing damage.
Oh, your gun pierces armor. Terrifying. Good to know, though.
Incoming fire.
Stop that, I need bullets in this gun. His whole point is useless if he doesn't have bullets in his gun. Is that a miss or a weird animation? Good, resisted.
Moderate damage detected.
We're starting to get chipped down. We've taken around, what, 4 damage, a third of our health?
Their wounds will quicken the march.
A little bit spooky, not gonna lie. Risen Abomination, 5 health, a point of armor, hits decently hard. Is the assassin here?
Get a little too warm over here.
Alright, the way the camera jerked around scared me a bit. It also makes me think the assassin's like right here somewhere. Just a little bit weird that it zoomed over there. So I'm looking at kinetic striking this Warlock, and while it seems like a good thing based on the F1, it has a very misleading F1. It doesn't talk about its resurrection abilities at all. Including the fact that it's going to self-resurrect after I kill it. And I think also that its resurrections won't end after I kill it either. So I'm going to drop on this side instead to make better use of explosives after the kinetic strike. Yeah, take your Overwatches. I'm not scared of you. What a goddamn tank. Hopefully we at least land the hits. Yeah, that's a good start.
Target destroyed.
But, yeah, like I was saying, self-resurrected immediately. Now the real question, is the Risen Abomination sticking around? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. These things represent so much health. I'm still chilled over here, so I can't really reposition very well for a good flamethrower, which is a damn shame. I can blue move to get the loot and then rend the turrets, which is not great, but it is something I can do. I'm just barely out of range of this gunslinger, unfortunately. Any sort of explosive to hit both of these guys would be great. It puts them in one-shot range for everyone. Of course, everyone close to them's already been chilled by various random shots. AoE suppression's not too good without a field support. I'm just going to run out of bullets after the first shots. I do think I'm going to take my first shot at the Risen Abomination here, though. It's looking like we don't have anything to help us out in terms of throwing explosives this turn. Very nice start, though.
You know that was good.
Now we have the suppression available as well. We probably want to take that on the Frost Priest.
Light him up.
Just prevent them from point and clicking anyone with their various abilities. What's the damage on this zombie? 3 to 4? That's not too bad, but it is like an amount I'd rather not stick around. I should be able to finish off this turret just by getting in line of sight of it. That's just a little bit harder than you might think. I can do it though. I've got this similar position to the other side, except this time I actually have line of sight to my target. And we can take the combat protocol and finish off this turret. So that helps sort out this a little bit. It's very hard for us to move around at the minute because of these turrets. Especially that one, which was apparently in a flanking position somehow to this location. We are now safe to move forward though. Which sadly means I'm just going to be moving forward to grab the loot and then getting into cover on Gentle Blade. Not the best turret I've ever seen for a Templar, but pretty damn good loot, Jesus. I just found the assassin, I think. Right there, as I moved forward, you could see I couldn't step into this location. I guess it's not the assassin, but I was pretty confident it was at the time. No idea what that's about then, because there's never been any cover here. This side you can move there. I'll crack it. I might just be ripjacking somebody instead of reloading. I can't move after I do it, though, so it would leave me in a pretty bad position. There's a lot of troopers just in the back here. It's kind of a lot going on. We've got to chew through these zombies, and the highest consistent damage output we're getting out of Kraken's just going to be shooting his gun, so... reload and shoot. Just keep doing it. Because we do have to kill all of these zombies for real to actually get through this. Try to take out the Warlock zombie before it can slap anyone. Seems reasonable enough to me. Very nice. Over here, there's not a lot we can do. We're just be moving forward as best we can. Oh, hey, are we unchilled? No, we're still chilled. We can get to the side, though, and spread out a little bit to avoid grenades that could be coming in. It's not great, but what else am I doing, I guess? I can just chuck a flashbang. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, sure. I'll reload, put a defensive mine down in case the assassin's coming for us. And chuck a flashbang over the top. I don't quite know where that Warlock is. I'm just moving it as far left as I can to try to catch the second Warlock. I know they're out of line of sight here-ish somewhere. Oh, apparently that zombie was resurrected by somebody who could be flashbang to kill it. Nice. God, that's terrifying. Please stop that. Both my Pioneers are taking huge wounds then. Really wish we landed the flashbang on him to avoid that. Warlocks are just strong as hell for no real reason. Why are they so much more powerful than everything else at this level? I guess they are leader only, but still. Wait, why does that one have 2 armor, but the previous one had 1? That's a little bit confusing. Anyway, Decoy Express has had a rough first mission. Thank God he started with blast padding, otherwise he would just be dead. Alright, that's good at least. If you could avoid high rolling, just for my own sanity, thank you. Oh, I've also failed to dodge both of those Warlock hits, too. Scary. Ah, Christ. Okay, only a daze, not a crit, not a kill. We're relatively okay. Someone's already in position for it. Where are you heading to, Assassin? Let's see where this actually ends. Oh, stop talking trash. Just move to where you're going. Are you done yet?
Get ready to fight.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Bye. Pick them back up. Yeah, they're just all the way behind the truck. I think they're actually on the first tile as well, so they'll get reaction shots against us. This shouldn't pull, I don't think, since we don't have vision of it already. They can move here and take a pretty good flamethrower against the Warlock and the Priest. That Warlock has to die for me to be extending my spark out any further. I've got a grenade here still. All of this terrain's just broken and I can't take it, unfortunately. What are the overwatches from? I can move here to take the overwatch on Decoy Express. I'm committing to going to Warlock this turn. I just believe that's very doable. We need to pull this on the turret, though. Alright, where's the assassin? I don't actually see an overwatch marker on that assassin, which confuses me a little bit. Regardless, we're going to take this. Hopefully this kills the priest and works on the warlock a little bit. Didn't even touch the priest, unfortunately, but did massive damage to that warlock. Unfortunately, we have to reload here, which leaves us well out of line of sight of everyone else, and we brought the hollow targeter by accident. Whoops. I can lead the target, though. And I think if I lead the target on the warlock, which I can't see, so never mind, guess we're going to lead the target on the assassin, then. The assassin might stealth first and just break the ability. I'm going to take lead the target on the gunslinger. The gunslinger's dead. It's all my Templar can do this turn, right? They can take this one. Okay, I'll take lead the target on the gunslinger then. Get them out of here. Have my Templar take care of the next one.
I will tear you apart.
And we don't want to leave anyone flanked, otherwise the gunslinger might just shoot them without moving and not trigger lead the target. You know, I really should have checked how lead the target works and seen if it is a possibility. Well, unfortunately, I haven't read the ability in a while, and its tooltip isn't here. And I mean its extended tooltip, the part that has, like, 3 paragraphs telling me exactly how and when it triggers. On the Templar, we're probably just going to fall into this corner. That requires this corner to be safe, which it currently is, actually. To my enormous surprise. Alright, good job. Next up, Kraken is just out of range of everything. I can grapple here, and if I were here, I'd have line of sight of 2 enemies. It's the 2 on the right, so no flank shots. God, no one can get any eyes on this guy because he's behind full cover, I guess. Oh, he's not, he's behind half cover. Oh, but from the ground side it would be full cover, yeah. He's just barely out of line of sight of everything, and I think I might have to chuck a grenade over on my combat engineer. I'm really not seeing another way to sort out the Warlock other than us moving forward and chucking a frag on Mercury Hawk, which isn't what I want to be doing, but it is the play we have to take here. I'm gonna try to position it so that I blow out this half cover as well, and other people can actually see what's going on afterwards. Alright, the Warlock is gonna self-resurrect, of course. Frost Priest is getting to a killable range, they're effectively at 4 health now. Reload and start shooting with the cannon, I'm guessing. We can only see the Frost Priest and troopers, so Frost Priest it is. Very nice, good job, center.
Another priest returns to the elders.
No eyes still from here. If we could get a kill on this guy, we could make it safe to ripjack the one behind him. I'm not seeing how that would ever happen, though. I'm gonna be running back on Arson Paragon.
Getting it done.
Just going to Overwatch on Dragon God.
On Overwatch.
Next turn I give Arson heal him. And that just leaves Crestfallen Kraken, who's over here desperately looking for a good play but failing to find it. And I can take this Ripjack, it's just this guy moves here, takes the flank shot, about a 4 damage wound on my skirmisher. Don't want to do it. I guess I'm just moving forward and taking a like 50% shot. It's not great, but there's really not anything else. Ooh, only 37. Gross. Yeah, they are in full cover, not half.
What a strange compliment it must be for
But it gets us closer for Ripjack's next turn. Alright then. That's one problem sorted, I guess. And with the Warlock down, Decoy Express should be fine this turn. Although I think the Assassin could just kill him if they wanted to, which I'm really hoping they opt to go for something else instead. The Chosen tend not to go for that. But, yeah, they absolutely could just shoot at him with a shotgun and kill him because that thing has AP 5. Actually, does the Assassin shotgun have AP 5? I know it does when you get it. I don't know if her actual attack does, though. Good, good, good. Always happy to see not wounds on my Templars. Oh, are you going for the Pioneer? I didn't really consider you might go for someone else. Okay, good. We're fine so far.
What will you do when they can no
Oh, you son of a bitch.
By whatever means
We're at 1 health.
you will join
Aren't
your
we?
compatriots soon enough. I am coming.
Alright, Decoy Express, I think that's you done for the mission. We don't have to use Bug Out or anything like that. Good news, it doesn't have AP5 or he would be dead. We can just drop an evac zone and try to get work done. Just like drop the evac 1 tile over, shield bash, flamethrow, something like that. This turret is a slight problem. It could roll forward on an Overwatch and kill him at this point. Man, Pioneers actually being a reasonable amount of durable is a weird one. It feels like they're broken and imbalanced, and then they're nearly dead every mission. Okay, I think that we need to pull that Overwatch. We have a pretty high health combat engineer here that can move forward, but not actually into the line of sight to pull it, unfortunately. Dragon God is still disoriented. I can use my medkit on Arson Paragon to heal him, and I definitely should. I was looking at using Combat Protocol or something like that on the turret, but it's on cooldown anyway. I can run and gun, chip shot for 0 damage, break the Overwatch, but that doesn't feel very good. I've got a sniper in the back that doesn't have shots on anything else anyway, right? I mean, she does have shots at other things, but this is probably the best thing she can be doing this turn. Damn shame. I think we just have to take the run and gun chip shot here. Oh, we actually can't run and gun, we're disoriented. What am I even talking about? I saw this preview movement next to run and gun and thought I could do it. Alright, I can blue move glitch to here to avoid pulling the Overwatch and then take the reaction shot at them. 61, we can actually deal some damage to it. I'll take just breaking the Overwatch. Weird interaction there. If you deal 0 damage to something, it will still break Overwatches. Oh yeah, with 3 armor, we were almost always grazing anyway, so it was very unlikely to deal damage. Now with my Templar, I can focus on... See, I don't see an Overwatch indicator here, but she should be an Overwatch, shouldn't she? I'm gonna do this because the game's telling me it's fine, but it seems like the game should be lying about that. Seems like it was telling the truth. Not quite sure how, but it was. Which means we would be safe to Ripjack if we were in range to Ripjack in any way effectively. And we actually kind of are. From this position that I'm going to, I don't have vision to the turret, I just have vision to a bunch of humanoid shit. So we actually do just get to Ripjack here. Nice, finally. It's very hard to find good melee attacks before you're allowed to move afterwards. So, does Kinetic Strike deal 9? It deals 7. So it won't finish off the turret in 1, unfortunately. We are going to be dropping an evac here.
Emergency evacuation requested.
We're going to take our Kinetic Strike. We may as well be overdriving. What am I doing? We're going to overdrive. And then take Kinetic Strike against this guy. And hopefully we can finish off both of these enemies with Decoy before he has to leave. Because he does have to leave. And then we drop the Flamethrower twice on the Warlock. Or once, apparently. We should be able to reload and then Blast Canister, I think. Nope, that's it. We only have our move-only action left. So, evac from here. That leaves us with just the Assassin and a turret. Tech Specialist runs forward. Dragon God runs forward. There's no way I'm getting Envision to suppress this turn, so we're just running forward on center as well. Fall back around the other side of this full cover on my Templar, and that'll be it for us. Let's see what the Assassin does. And the one turret that has line of sight, I guess. Thanks. Really appreciate you wasting my time, buddy. Alright, what are you up to? Blinding grenade?
Let the mist
Yep.
go forth.
Now, unfortunately, these are both melee units that can just shoot you about it. They don't have to care. I can throw a grenade here. It's better to do it on my Templar, I think. Maybe just do it on both of them to destroy the car immediately. That sounds eminently reasonable. Oh no, we're blind! We only vaguely know where these grenades are going.
You lack nuance.
It's a shame we can't see the fireworks that are going to result from this. Yeah, that was pretty solid. Good job blinding them.
Strike.
Got a 70% on you. We're probably never killing this turn, though. The good news is that we have suppression well and truly handled now, while Center's in range. I can run and gun up top, but that actually pulls the Overwatch here. Oh, I just have eyes on my Combat Engineer, so I can use that to break it. It's not really what I want to do, but it's what we're doing. Huh, surprised to see damage getting through. Good job.
Hit the plate.
Wasn't really a part of my plan to deal damage with you, but nice. In which case, we can probably finish it off with Magpie. It's not actually probable. We can just low roll the damage at 5. Like that.
I'm going.
However, our tech specialist should be able to finish that relatively easily from here. 74 to kill. Very nice.
How about that? Burning through ammo fast.
And on Dragon God, I'll just be moving forward and taking a shot. It's not the best shot, but we just need to work on killing her. And there's no... Oh, 15%, wow. Yeah, low profile, huh? Well, we got 1 damage out of it. I probably should have considered doing something else once I saw how bad that shot was. Oh, she's summoning loot for us. That's so considerate of her. Right, that's a Frost Chrysalid, and it doesn't have loot. I'm very upset with you, Assassin. This is not the loot pinata I expected. Also, please stop that. My skirmishers are very hard to come by.
They may live on for now, but their time grows ever
God, I hate the Assassins so much. Fuck that.
intense.
Alright, move forward to the full cover. Pick him up.
Don't move. You'll be
And we are out of range to point blank this guy. Ah, not really. Like, we're out of range to have a good point blank against him, but what else are we doing? So sure, do your best. Very nice. I was not expecting a kill at all.
I do everything myself.
Going to fall back here and bait Harbor Wave, I guess. Going to just fall back a tiny bit on Crestfallen. Here, I'll be sprinting forward to get involved. Joke's on me, I'm not getting involved, but whatever. I'll still be sprinting forward. I think I just do the objective on my tech specialist, which is kind of funny.
Moving out.
Dragon God, get up with everyone else in Overwatch. We just want to get damage on her when she comes in. We want to move our Templar out of the way. Oh, our Templar has no actions. What did we do with them? I'm a little bit confused about that. I guess I moved here and Overwatched immediately. Still a little bit fatigued from being ill in case the tiny sloppy mistakes I'm making don't make that obvious. I can't really afford to line anyone else up here. It's a little bit ridiculous how bad I've already done this. If I move here, I think I'm able to get in range and do the conga line resurrect next turn.
Okay.
Let me check that. I am good.
Scanning.
Alright, let's see it, Assassin. What do you have? Oh, she's stealthing. Nice.
You've proven resilient in the face of overwhelming odds.
Just hack the objective.
You've accomplished so little.
I'm sorry, can you not see the objective? I guess this is one you have to do from right next to it. So we have 48% for 20 intel, or 19 for 40. I think we just take the bigger chance for the lower amounts. Not that we're getting anything to begin with.
Status confirmed.
Alright, so we know that the assassin's over here somewhere.
Package is secure. Eliminate
Does the
any
assassin
outside
stealth
the
and Overwatch at the same time? I honestly don't know. My Templar's at full health, so I guess we're safe to find out. I think we're just doing the Overwatch crawl with these guys. Even though it's not going to be super effective. Please stop wasting my time, Mr. Civilian. Again, just sprinting forward on the sniper, trying to get in range to contribute in any way. which is going to be hollow targeting, it turns out,
Heading out.
because we don't have a pistol. I've been thinking of what's running forward to get in range for Shadowfall, but that is not what's happening.
Will do.
For now, it's just everybody get forward, everybody try to get in range to do something.
Scanning.
Alright, Assassin, let's see it. Run in and deal another 4 damage wounds. Or don't. I'm okay with that. So first things first, we're going to heal Crestfallen Kraken with the second med hit we have. That's just a good thing to do, have him out of kill range. And now we need to figure out where she's hiding. Which is a little bit weird.
Absolutely.
She just sort of stopped participating in the fight here. Alright, move to here, see if you can't get eyes on her. What is she doing? Where is she? Templar, you want to give it a shot? I guess I'm running onto this rooftop too and hoping to find her, and still nothing. I'll grapple up with Crestfallen Kraken and Overwatch on him. And I guess I'll be back with you when she decides to participate again. This is a weird one. Oh my god, she finally showed up. Absolutely fuck you.
Consider yourself lucky.
Do you mind? I sort of like having soldiers.
One.
There actually are not that many people in range to do anything about this, but I think we just have to kill on these 3. Especially considering like what classes they are. I want to go first on my Skirmisher because they're the one that matters the most. Again, there's no Overwatch here. They don't always get to Overwatch. It might just be at the end of move actions. No, because they got it after the grenade too. I don't know. But we're going to walk up and shoot her twice. You know, for an adversary hit, that sure seemed like almost minimum damage.
Easily dissuaded.
Kind of underwhelmed by adversary skirmishers here.
You will
I was expecting way more damage out of that. Apparently it's just a +1. But we should still be fine. Bewildered, Templar, finish it up. Christ! Good thing we healed him. Not a fan of the Assassin. Not a fan at all.
All hostiles
Jesus
are down and the
Christ,
area
what a
is secure.
nightmare.
We've proven
Just
that
like,
Chosen can be
almost, was it every wound I took except for the Pioneer?
good.
And even some of the Pioneer, but mostly the Warlocks on the Pioneer. AP ammo is a bitch for that unit. 3 wounds, including my brand new Skirmisher, they're not going to be going back as quickly as I had hoped. 3 kills and 23 damage on Magpie. 3 kills but only 10 on Arson Paragon. 1 and 12 on Dragon God, just spent like the whole mission disoriented and frozen. Mercury Hawk at 2 and 19, getting good damage but not getting a lot of kills. Lost Center at 4 and 22, doing really well this mission. Gentle Blade at 4 and 36, doing great. Crestfallen Kraken getting an MVP for Skirmishers at 4 and 41, just throwing down a huge number of shots this mission. And Decoy Express at a reasonable numbers of kills and damage like he should be for a tank unit. Good to see for once. Still pretty good, still in the upper group of soldiers. But not the insane stuff that we've seen out of Pioneers in the past. Alright. Of course, we got a couple of tyrants out of it. We have a 16-day wound on Dragon God, promotions on Mercury Hawk and Dragon God. The Sergeant promotion on Assault is always huge, they finally get breakthrough. Lightweight frames are great, Wildcats are okay. Illyrium Core, more sights, the alloys go a long way. And none of the corpses matter too much to us. Once again, we're just unlocking all the autopsies. And all that for a little bit of intel in step 1 of blocking that dark event. I want to say that Gentle Blade went into that mission at full will. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I hope I'm wrong. Otherwise, they went from fine to shaken in 1 mission. And got Fear of the Chosen on Crestfallen Kraken. I mean, that's fucking fair. Like, Crestfallen Kraken just got bullied that mission. With the Assassins as adversary skirmishers, they're not joking about it. They hate those guys. Alright, 16-day wound on our assaults, but they're going to come back with breakthrough and start being able to use that sword a lot more effectively now that they can move after hitting. I should talk briefly about what I'm not taking instead. Deep Reserves gives you +2 mobility when Run and Gun is activated and reduces the cooldown on Run and Gun by 1. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, it's in fact quite good, but Breakthrough can be used every single turn to tremendous effect, and Deep Reserves, a lot of the time when you use Run and Gun every 4th turn, it's still not that good. Breach Maneuver is really good. It's basically hit and run from Long War 1. If you take a shot that ends your turn at a flanked target, you get a partial move back. It's the gun variant of Breakthrough. It's just that I can still shoot my gun at flanked targets and be safe without this, whereas very often I cannot swing my sword and be safe without Breakthrough. Coming over to Combat Engineers, well, Mercury Hawk's taking smokescreen, same as every other Combat Engineer. Kinda sad you didn't have it this mission. And Decoy Express is a 21-day wound now, a little bit on the rough side. And with that done, I believe we're back to scanning for intel. Maybe we're scanning for a scientist instead. If I knew that Scorched Earth gave me 40 intel, then I would do this. But I don't know that, so I'm gonna go for the scientist instead. Maybe I just want to believe instead. I think I just want to believe I'll get the scientist afterwards. Yeah, I'm just gonna believe on Scorched Earth. Gonna go scan for the intel, waste a little bit of time being wishy-washy, like you do.
Commander,
Avatar project initiated, new facility. This one has stealth insertion, leaked operation, mental readiness, shoddy intel. Nothing too meaningful once we get here. But for now, it's just on the map being a problem. And we'll keep scanning for intel.
people seem to work well together, Commander.
Got 3 smoke grenades out of that. The real thing we got was 1 mobility on Manic Tragedy. We're really low on soldiers right now, but I do think I'll be sending Manic Tragedy immediately back out for another mobility mission. I'm gonna hold off on that just a little bit in case I have a mission right now, which I probably do. Alright, unfortunately with Blast Dynamo wounded and Eclipse Crash being the second medic on deck, there's really not a lot of reason for me to send the mission just yet either. This really hasn't changed the scenario too much. But we have advanced the chain for, oh god, an infiltration mission. Yeah, how much time do we have to put that off for? 2 days and 23 hours? We're really not ready to do it right now. New assault mission immediately, which we kind of have to go do. There's a Mach X squad, resistance rumor, 23 intel, delay a dark event. It's hidden, so it matters. Fine, let's go do it.
East Africa.
We might be at the point where I'm just like still needing to hire a lot more soldiers. We really do have to bring Manic Tragedy on this mission. We're just so short on units right now because we have so many covert ops going. Now, Fiber Giant is at 8 of 14 health. That's honestly still totally functional, and being a sergeant, they're actually going to be safe to go on this mission because Core Spark Systems is at level 2, which gives them a reboot. If they take enough damage to be killed, its health will instead be reduced to 1. It'll be shielded for the rest of the turn, can only trigger once per mission, and afterwards the Spark is crippled, which is like tremendous stat penalties. They don't get to do anything really. But the big thing here is even if he does go down from 8 health, he'll be alive afterwards. However, our last soldier's a little bit harder. Decoy Express is not safe to be on this mission. They're more wounded and they do not have that ability. We already have every class here represented on the mission. I could send Arson Paragon with the logic being they will upgrade to a sergeant after the mission, which would be helpful for us. I really don't want a second sniper, so I guess I'm taking Paragon again. Now, unfortunately, our team for Operation Mechanized Skull does not have a Marine. We don't have anyone to suppress, but we just saw the Chosen, so we should be good. We shouldn't need a Marine this mission. For this mission, we've got all the base classes represented except for Marines and Field Supports. Instead, we have a second Tech Specialist, which is an unusual choice. We're just out of soldiers, basically. For the kit, we don't have anything special. Double medkits on the Medic, Smokes on the Combat Engineer, Gas Grenade on the Sapper, Flashbang on the Assault, because somebody has to carry one. And I'll go ahead and give my weaker Tech Specialist another Flashbang. Having a second one is nice for versatility. But yeah, that's it. It's a pretty straightforward team on a pretty straightforward mission. We just need to get our soldiers back on staff. We have so many covert ops going. We pushed our roster to its limits. It's nice to be playing XCOM again, but we're done for now. I've been Rather Incoherent. Hope you're enjoying the series. Hope you like the episode. Hope my play isn't too bad. I feel like whatever mistakes I'm making as a result of being fatigued are going to be a little bit invisible to me. But no one died, so it couldn't have been that awful, right? Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll see you in the next one.